students. Now we have to learn about Kelvin's bridge. In previous class we have to discuss the Wheatstone bridge. So now we are moving to Kelvin bridge. So the construction wise everything to be same. Okay. So the modification of Wheatstone bridge is called Kelvin bridge. Okay. It's just small modification only to be carried out in the Wheatstone bridge. So we have to convert the Wheatstone into Kelvin. So what is the major changes or modifications means, just in previous Wheatstone bridge we have to connect the 4 resistance in the bridge format. Okay, here we have to connect the unknown resistance and standard resistance through some wires. Okay, some external wires to be connected, because the directly the resistance lead will not connect here. Some thin resistance wire to be connected, and the galvanometer to be connected across any point. Okay, here we have to mention point M and D, and M is nothing but the least one and N is the maximum one, and you can adjust any point, and we have to measure the value of unknown resistance R. And what is the purpose or what is the use of Kelvin bridge mean? It is used to measure the very low resistance. Okay, you have to consider a Wheatstone bridge. It is used to find out the value of unknown resistance in the range of kilo ohms. Okay, more than 1 kilo ohms it should be measured by Wheatstone bridge. In case you have to measure the very low resistance like 1 ohm or below 1 ohm, okay, or below 1 kilo ohm, so it's a very finite and very minimum resistance value to be measured using a Wheatstone bridge. Mean it is difficult because some error will be created in Wheatstone bridge. So to avoid that, so we to avoid the error, we have to using Kelvin's bridge. Okay, and it provides very high accuracy for low resistance. Okay, the very important factor is it will provide the very high accuracy in low resistance. Okay, so you have to measure the very low resistance, mean just you have to go for Kelvin bridge circuit. And in Wheatstone bridge, while measure low resistance, it took the current of leads and contact resistance. Okay, maybe just you have to consider Wheatstone bridge means maybe what is the error will be occurred means okay, just I have to note that the current of leads and contact resistance. Okay, just maybe we are using some metal leads from the resistance, it should be also have the current will be also flowing through that, so that resistance will be added, so it should not give a very proper output. And it will be represent the resistance of the lead which connect RS. Okay, here it is a unknown resistance, because just you have to see the diagram. Is R, capital R is unknown resistance. It should be connected to some wire and through S. S is the standard resistance, and P and Q also already we have the known resistance value. And the 2 galvanometer connections are possible because the galvanometer will be connected in between the terminal B and D, and it will be indicated by the dotted line. Okay, so one end is fixed. Okay, B is fixed end, and here D should be connected any point of these wire. Okay, just you have to connect it here. Maybe here mention some dotted line. Okay, any place you have to adjust the place, the resistance will be added into the circuit. And here it will be indicated by the dotted line, and the connections are to the point M or N point. Maybe you can mention M point or you can measure N point, anything. Just you have to where the connections are, where the that line will be touching mean, so it should be calculate the total resistance value. Okay, and here while the galvanometer is connected to the point M and R, okay, or otherwise just we have to connect the point here and the value of R, because these total resistance, so we can consider M to N, this area having the value, because it is a wire, that wire also having some resistance, so that resistance value also you have to taken into the account. That resistance value is small, here represent as a small r, and it is added to the standard resistance S. Maybe just you got to consider a point M. You got to consider point M means just you got to calculate the resistance value A and M. It is unknown resistance value, and these all the resistance value R, that small resistance R and S will be added because it is like a series, so it should be added. So then only here mentioned that. So when the galvanometer point is connected at the point M, so when the galvanometer point one end is connected B and another end is connected M means, so it will check the balanced condition in that area only. Okay, this area will not consider that. So this resistance value like R1, maybe it's represented as small r, so it is to be added with that standard resistance value S, and it indicates low resistance R. Okay, so here the total resistance is very low because it will not consider, this area will not consider to combined with R means, so it will, the R will be the very minimum value. Okay, and when the galvanometer is connected to the point N means, so here the galvanometer is connected N means, so these resistance small r will be added with unknown resistance value R. So here NR is added to the unknown resistance, it indicates high value of R. So the Kelvin bridge is used for to measure the very high resistance as well as very low resistance also. And we make the galvanometer connection to an intermediate point D due to the value of R is divided into two parts, here R1 and R2, such that here just we can connect the galvanometer point in D. So in between M and M, okay, in between M and N can place any point. So here the total resistance small r will be divided into two groups, okay, small r1 and r2. So wait, I will show the r1 r2 component here. So here the galvanometer another end will be placed here. So here M and N point will be divided by two portions. So here it will be the total resistance small r will be divided into two sector. So resistance small r1 and this area is r2. So r1 plus r2, the total resistance r. So here we have to take a balanced condition. Okay, in the bridge is balanced. When the bridge is balanced means, so balance is nothing but the galvanometer represent 0 because the current flowing through the loop is equal at the both loop. So whenever the current is flowing through the galvanometer 0 means at the time the bridge is balanced condition. So at the time we have to check the voltage across the PQ and R1 and R2, everything to be same. So here R1 by R2 equal to P by Q, the total resistance is equal. So here the presence of R1, the connecting leads resistance causes no error in the circuit. Okay, the presence of R1 is nothing but some resistance value should be added into the unknown resistance value, but it is not error, it will not create error because we have to measure the including that resistance also, so there is no problem. So here the bridge is balanced condition. Okay, PQ and PS is equal. Okay, PQ is nothing but here P and Q, so voltage across the P and voltage across the Q is equivalent to, because you have to consider each arm. Okay, balanced condition means each area should be common one. So at the same time PQ is same and PS also same and PR also same, but we know the value of PR. We are not able to find out the value R because it is unknown resistance value. So the S is known value. So here PQ and PS is equal because the circuit is balanced condition. So here our circuit is balanced one. So the voltage difference, potential difference across PQ and PS is equivalent to, both are equal, and maybe the PR also equal, maybe the QR also equal, but the R is the unknown value, so we couldn't able to get the exact value. So we have to find out the value of R now. So here you have to take a consider value PQ equivalent to PS. So this is a basic equation. So we can use the basic equation. We have to derive the value of unknown resistance. Here we have to add the resistance value R1 into R, it's unknown resistance value, R2 into, that is the standard resistance value, S. So here PQ equal to PS means, so we have to consider here P. So here first you have to consider a P here, and there's a that area, just you have to consider that area. Just we have to come here, and the P value is nothing but R1 plus the capital R plus small r1 into Q, because here Q is not available in that loop. Just we have to come here, and here just in that area PQ is equivalent to this opposite arm R, that capital R plus, maybe the galvanometer is placed here, the galvanometer is placed here D. So the total resistance R, capital R, plus it can be added with small resistance value, okay, small resistance value R1 into Q, okay, into Q. So here P is replaced by, because the voltage drop across that P is equivalent to here also. So we have to consider R plus R1 into Q. Okay, here R, capital R plus R1 into Q. In opposite side P is constant, the S will be available here. So here P is constant, S in the value of S, resistance, standard resistance, it should be added with small resistance R2. So here P into S plus R2. So S plus R2. So here already we know the concept equal to, because that the resistance R is divided by equal resistance value R1, because the ratio is same. Okay, when the ratio is same, when the circuit is balanced, okay, at the same time P by Q, the P by Q ratio is equivalent to R1 by R2 resistance. So here, but we have to take a value of R1 divided by R2, P divided by Q. So it is the same equation will be rearranged in because the resistance value in the form of series and parallel combination. Okay, just series and parallel combination. Just we have to come to the diagram, and here so here just you have to consider that P and Q resistance. Okay, so here P and Q is arranged in the form of here, okay, P and Q. So it should be, because you can take the galvanometer here, okay, P and Q. So it is arranged in the parallel resistance format, and so the value of the equivalent resistance equal to P by Q, and the same it will be considered as R1 and small r1 and R resistance also. It will be converted as R1 divided by R1 plus R2. So here also R1 R2 also like a parallel. So here it is in bottom, and because here it is a common point, this is a common point, so some resistance will be divided here, okay, R1 R2 will be divided here, okay, it should be arranged in parallel format, and this is a D point. So the resistance, two resistance are divided into two sectors, so it will be act as a parallel. So the equivalent resistance equal to R1 divided by R1 plus R2. So it is a general equation, okay, it is a general equation, and here R1 equal to, so you can take this equation is a common equation, okay, it is a common equation, R1 divided by R1 plus R2, R1 plus R2 equal to P divided by P plus Q. Already it is a known value, P divided by P plus Q. So here I need a R1 value, okay, here I need R1 value. So here R1 plus R2, it is going for multiply sections here, okay. So the R1 R2 here comes to here, and R1 equal to P by P plus Q, R1 plus R2. So here R1 plus R2 is equivalent to small r, okay, because small r it will be divided into two sections, R1 plus R2. So we have to replace the value of R1 plus R2 equal to R. So the value of R1, small r1 equal to P by P plus Q into small r, okay, and it is equation number 3, and because it is equation number 3 and this is equation number 4, and substitute the value of R1, into equation 3. So here equation 3 is, that is the equation value 3. So R1 plus R2 equal to R. So R1 plus R2 equal to R. So we know the value of R1 here. So P by P plus Q into R plus R2 equal to R. And here I have value R2. So I need R2 value. So I have to change this value. Okay, I have to change the value. It will be moved in that side. It is the left right hand side. So R2 equal to, here already R is there, R minus P by P plus Q into R. Okay, P by P plus Q into R. So here, so R is a common term. Here R is a common term. So I will take a common term in outside. So R into, so we have to replace the R here. 1 is there. Okay, 1 minus P by P plus Q. And you can take LCM. Okay, you can take LCM because in denominator there is no option in the one column. So you can take a LCM. So P plus Q, because that value should be multiplied by numerator, and because here the same value will be available here. So P plus Q minus P by P plus Q. So here positive P and negative P is cancel, both are cancel. So here R2 equal to R into Q by P plus Q. So it is equation number 5. You can take equation number 5. Here we have to find out the value of R1 R2. So here we have to find out the value of small r1 and r2. So we can substitute the value of small r1 r2 into equation number 2. So here equation number 2 is the that is the equation number 2 here. Capital R plus r1 equal to P by Q S into S plus r2. So here we have to substitute the r1 value and r2 value, because we don't know the value of R, but P and Q and S is a known value, and also here we have to find out the value of R1 R2 also find out. So based on these data we have to find out the unknown value of resistance capital R. So here we have to substitute the value of R plus R1 equal to P by Q S plus R2. So we have to replace the value of R1 here. So capital R plus P by Q R equal to P by Q S plus R2. R2 value is nothing but R into Q by P plus Q. Okay, and here same you have to expand the equation. R plus P by P plus Q into R equal to, just you have to multiply that P by Q, just you have to multiply the P by Q into that value. So PS divided by Q plus again that value is multiplied with here P R Q divided by Q into P plus Q. Just you have to multiply that, and here numerator 1 Q and denominator 1 Q is there here. Just you have to remove the value, and here R plus P by P plus Q into R equivalent to PS by divided by Q plus here PR is there, here PR is there, and P plus Q. So we can take the Q outside, P by P plus Q here. So here also the same value P by P plus Q into R. Here also P by P plus Q into R. So both values are negligible, because here plus, maybe that side will become with minus, so it will be eliminated. So here the value is capital R equal to P by PS into Q. So P and Q and S both resistance value are known value. Here R is the unknown value. So we have to find out the unknown resistance value using this formula. Okay. Here if we making galvanometer connection at C, the resistance of the leads does not affect the result. Okay. Maybe just you have to connect the galvanometer at point C. So it is a galvanometer point. Maybe you have to connect the C. So there is no error, because we have to not consider as a standard resistance also. We have to consider P and Q, because just come to the formula here, and P and Q, because S is not available here, because we are not able to consider that, because it will not add to the circuit. So R equal to P by Q. So we have to find out the value of unknown resistance. Okay, because it is a huge value, maybe the resistance is huge value. Okay, so this is a Kelvin bridge circuit, and based on the Kelvin bridge, how we have to find out the value of unknown resistance. Okay, so it is what is the major purpose of the Kelvin bridge means? So it is used for to find out the very low resistance, okay, like less than 1 ohm or less than 1 kilo ohm, okay. So Wheatstone bridge is used for to find out the resistance in the value of kilo ohms, okay, more than 1 kilo ohms we have to using Wheatstone bridge. So Wheatstone bridge is not effectively used in low resistance measurement, and so we go for Kelvin bridge. So Kelvin bridge is used for to measure the very low resistance in high sensitivity. So we have to adopt the Kelvin bridge for to measure the very low resistance. Okay. Thank you, friend. Thank you, students.